The tale of Juanina, the Taino princess who falls in love with a Spanish soldier, is intertwined with actual historical events and mythology. It's a love story that is set in the backdrop of the Taino War or Rebellion of 1511. It begins when the Spanish conquistador Don Cristobal de Sotomayor arrives on the island of Borinquen or Puerto Rico. Upon arriving on the island, Sotomayor is greeted by the Taino cacique Aguaybana. Aguaybana was a major Taino chief and leader who had established friendly relations with the Spaniards. When Aguaybana greeted Sotomayor, he was accompanied by his nephew, Guaybana, and his niece, Juanina. Upon setting his eyes on Juanina, Sotomayor was love-struck, and he was instantly filled with desire upon seeing this beautiful girl with deep brown eyes and thick black hair that flowed down around her beautiful figure. Sotomayor immediately requested that Juanina become his guide. Aguaybana was obliged to accept Sotomayor's request, as he did not want to upset the Spaniards. However, he imposed a condition that her brother, Guaybana, would always accompany them since Juanina had been betrothed to Guaranex, the cacique of Otoa, which is now the area of Utuado. As time went on and Sotomayor and Juanina spent time together, the attraction grew and blossomed into a deep love. Since Juanina's brother Guaybana accompanied her, she never showed any hint of her attraction. One day, however, when Guaybana was out hunting, Sotomayor declared his love to Juanina. Juanina responded by crying because although she was also in love with Sotomayor, she was after all promised to Guaranex in an arranged marriage. Upon hearing this, Sotomayor was not deterred and quickly arranged to meet with her uncle, Aguaybana, to ask for her hand and to free her from her previous engagement. Aguaybana, however, refused. He pointed out that this engagement had been blessed by Yucahu, who was the main god of Taino religion. He also mentioned that he had given his word, and to break his word would mean great shame and loss of credibility with his people. Sotomayor was not pleased with the response of Aguaybana and became enraged. Shortly thereafter, Aguaybana dies under suspicious circumstances, and his death frees Juanina from her engagement with Guaranex. Sotomayor quickly informs Juanina that she is free from her engagement, and they now belong to each other. They soon embrace and kiss passionately and consummate their love under the moonlight to the sounds of the coqui. However, little did Sotomayor and the Spaniards know that Aguaybana's nephew, Guaybana, had assumed the role of supreme leader of the Taino and now took the name of Aguaybana II in honor of his uncle. Unlike his uncle, who had friendly relations with the Spaniards because he thought they were gods, Aguaybana II had long had suspicions about them and suspected Sotomayor was responsible for his uncle's death. Upon learning they were mortal men and not gods, Aguaybana II sounded the war drums and declared war on the Spaniards and death for Sotomayor. Juanina was aware of these plans and pleaded with Sotomayor to leave the area immediately. Sotomayor refused, saying he wouldn't leave like a coward in the night and instead would leave to Capara in the daylight the following day. The following day, Sotomayor was killed by the Taino. Juanina was devastated and heartbroken. Labeled a traitor, the elders and chiefs of the Taino village decided to make Juanina a sacrifice to the gods. But when they went to capture her, they discovered her dead body lying on Sotomayor's chest. They were eventually buried together underneath a ceiba tree. Legend has it that people passing by this tree can still hear Juanina and Sotomayor laughing as they fall in love all over again. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Help us to spread this video by sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more videos.